Um, Today is week 3. This is our first session. Harrison? Joseph? Dennis?
Present.
Emmanuel?
Present.
Judy? John?
Present.
Victor?
Present.
Derek?
Present.
Daniel? Nancy? Alan?
Present.
Lillian? Daniel Musioka?
Present.
Oliver?
Present.
Dorcas?
Present.
Festus? Justus?
Present.
Samora? Amos?
Present.
Jemima?
Present.
Alex?
Present.
Joshua?
Present.
Ryan? So welcome to today's class. We will be studying about leveling and the procedure of leveling. These are our learning objectives. Can everybody see the board?
Yes.
So these are our learning objectives for today. The first one is define leveling. The second one is identify tools and equipment used in leveling. And the last one is describe the procedure of leveling. As you can see, this is a very, very easy thing that will be done with very fast. From our previous class, we defined some of the terms that we use in leveling. Can somebody tell me what we define as back sites, what we define as intermediate sites, what we define as foresights, and what we define as benchmark or temporary benchmark? Remember we learned about this from the previous class. Class back sites ni nini?
This is the first step which is taken.
Huko nyuma hawakusikii.
Backside. It is the first step reading which is taken when the instruments have been set up.
Is he correct? Amos, is he correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. This is the first staff reading that is taken after the instrument has been set up. What about intermediate sites? What do we define as intermediate sites? Yes?
Intermediate.
Sites. Intermediate site, IS.
These are the other readings taken between the backside and the foresight.
Yes. Is he correct? Nicodemus. Ako correct ama ako wrong? That is correct. My friend, what about foresight?
Foresight. The reading is taken immediately before moving the object.
Before moving there? It is not object. Before moving there? Before moving there?
Leveling instrument.
Yes, leveling instrument. And which leveling instrument in particular? The tripod stand and the dumpy level. Sawa sawa.
Yes.
What we take when we move the leveling staff at the intermediate side. Sawa sawa. Because I will take the first reading and then the staffman will be instructed to move to a second and a third and a fourth position with the tripod stand and the dumpy level on the same place. Sawa sawa. There are various tools and equipment that we use in leveling. Sawa. And with me, I have some handouts that I want to share with you so that you observe and tell me what you can see. You can exchange the handouts after you're done observing. So that you observe and tell me what you can see. There are so many instruments that are there, but I will only talk about three of them. Judy, what can you see? Dumpy level. Somebody else? Manuel, what can you see?
Tripod stand.
A tripod stand. This side, Menyamara sana. What can you see from all those papers and handouts that I've distributed with you? You can exchange with your friends or with your colleagues and tell me what you see. So we have very many types of levels, but we will dwell on just one particular one. The most common one is this one, the one that we will dwell on, which is called a dumpy level. There are others like automatic. There are others like reversible. There are others like Y or Y levels. Tilting. I can see you did your research. That's good. Gani ingine? Kuna yenye nimeacha? Digital. Is there another one? So I expect you to go and research on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 types. You come up with diagrams to illustrate how they look like and what or where they are used. Dumpy level is the most common one. And you're supposed to know all the parts together with their functions. Sawa? As you can see, kuna on the nani akona hiyo ya dumpy level yenye kona parts. The colored one. As you can see, it has so many parts. Sawa sawa? And when you're using a dumpy level, this is where you stand. Your eyes should go through here. Sawa sawa? You view your object or your stuff through this part. Sawa? That's the eyepiece. Sawa? That's the first part. And this is where the surveyor looks through. Sawa sawa? Yes. There is also these focusing screws. They are used to center the bubble. There is a longitudinal bubble. Again, we have a practical class very soon, and I will illustrate on how these parts function. Are we together?
Yes.
There are very many other parts. Kuna shade, kuna object glass, kuna circular compass, kuna tribrac, kuna foot screws, kuna cross bubble, kuna tripod stand. Now tripod stand, this part is not a part of a dumpy level. Sawa sawa?
Yes.
Because remember I told you a tripod stand is an object on its own. From the diagrams that you have, or from the handouts that you have, you can see that a tripod stand ni kitu imejisimamia peke yake, si ndio? So like I said, a tripod stand is specifically used for a surveying or a leveling procedure. Sawa? And it has 3 legs. Each of them have a base that the staffman or surveyor uses to fix these legs in the ground. Sawa sawa? So that it is on a stable place. Haisongi-songi. Sawa sawa? And then up here, there is a plate on which the dumpy level sits on. Sawa?
Yes.
Remember I said about careful. You're supposed to carry or remove the dumpy level in a very careful state. Sawa sawa? I told you it's a very expensive tool, and hatutaki kuharibu tukienda kwa site. Sawa sawa?
Yes.
So the dumpy level sits here. There's a screw that we tighten. Inakaa hapa. And from the staffman stands here. Sawa? Na ana view through the eyepiece. Sawa sawa?
Yes.
While the surveyor is here, the staffman ako somewhere 1 meter, 2 meters, or even 20 meters from where the dumpy level is situated. Sawa sawa? So the staffman atakuwa mahali huko na leveling staff yake. Sawa sawa? The leveling staff is graduated in. The leveling staff inakuanga na something that looks like this. And this is iko this side, and then kuna ingine iko somewhere hapa chini. The leveling staff has graduations looking like that. It runs from 0 meters to around 4-5 meters. Na huku ndio kuna graduations za kusoma. Sawa sawa? I will explain this while we are out on a practical class on how we make or how we take readings from the leveling staff. Sawa sawa? Now there are things that are conducted during centering, during placement of the dumpy level on the tripod stand, and one is centering the bubble. And another one is eliminating the parallax. When you hear the term centering the bubble, what do you think it means? Judy, my friend, talk to me. What does it mean when you hear the term centering the bubble? Or what do you think happens when you're centering the bubble? Say something. Say something. Don't be afraid. We pass. From this side. Amos. What do you think it means when you say we're centering the bubble? Yes, please. Audibility. Audibility. I want to hear you from this end. Yes?
Positioning objects.
I can't hear you.
Positioning objects.
Positioning objects at a distance. Are you defining this or this? Because what you're saying is close to what we do while we are eliminating the parallax. Yes, Oliver?
You use the screws to make sure that the bubble is at the center of the
So yes, the point is we use full screws. Remember there are so many screws, kuna full screws, there are so many other screws. You have defined it correctly, but why? What's the importance of centering the bubble? What would happen We have conducted a leveling procedure, but our bubble was not at the center. Somebody else. Emmanuel. Yes, you can get incorrect measurements. Why would we get incorrect measurements?
Because the bubble is in the center.
Why? If the bubble is not at the center, what does it mean? What does it mean the bubble is at the center and it is not at the center? What does it mean? Yes?
Means that you avoid faulty readings.
You avoid faulty readings. You're giving me correct answers, but there is an answer that I'm looking for. When our bubble is not at the center, this is how it's supposed to look. There's a circle there, and there's another one here. Now our bubble rotates through this space hapa. So when we want to center the bubble, inafaa ingia hapo katikati. Na ikiingia hapo katikati, it means that our tripod stands on a level ground. So that's the easiest way of ensuring that it is on a level ground. Then after we have centered the bubble, we eliminate the parallax. When I say eliminating the parallax, we take blank white piece of paper. Sawa. Huwezi chukua place kama hapa. It's supposed to be white and it's supposed to be blank. Sawa. And then we hold it in front of the objective lens, just right in front. Sawa. So your objective lens may share somewhere hapa, and then you take this piece of paper and then you position to hapo mbele. We eliminate the parallax for various reasons. Now, kuna kitu inaitwa stadia hairs. So, this is how they look like. So there are three stadia hairs. So, there is a lower medius stadia hair. And then there is a mid stadia hair. And then there is an upper stadia hair. There are three. So when you eliminate the parallax, you want to ensure that you can see all the stadia hairs. Kama hatuoni all the three stadia hairs, it would mean that tukianza kusoma our readings from the leveling staff or the staff, we will get them wrong. Are we together? So all these things, after we have done these two things, centering the bubble and eliminating the parallax, now we can start taking our readings. Sawa. Somebody said that we have a measuring tape or tools for measuring. One is a measuring tape. So from the point where the tripod has been set up to the point the staffman will go to stand, kunafaa kuwa na distance. It can be 20 meters, it can be 10 meters. Hatutaki tupime ile ya mguu, si ndio? So we take a tape, a very long tape, and then we measure. If our required length is 20 meters or 10 meters, tunachukua na tuna measure. Sawa? And then that's where the staffman stands. Is that okay? And staffman akisimama atatuanisha leveling staff yake, and then the surveyor will start taking readings from this end. Sawa. Are we together?
Yeah.
Kuna mtu nimemwacha nyuma?
No, we are together.
We are all together.
Yes.
So there are some errors that can occur during a leveling procedure. And they are categorized into three. Hebu mtu discuss na mwenzake ajue what are the kind of errors that will occur in a leveling procedure. Kila mtu apitie tu mwenzake hapo. Uniambie, you give me some answers. We get done with that discussion. Let's wind that up. Group ya kwanza hapa. Give me one that you've come up with.
Measurement error.
Audibility, ule wa huko nyuma akusikie.
Yes.
Yes.
Just said measurement error.
Measurement error. Next group. Next group. Hapo nyuma, Lilian. Wrong setup. Dan, Oliver. Yes? You said dumpy level. Faulty dumpy level. All right. Nicodemus. Sauti. Mimi sikusikii. Sauti. Failure of setting the bubble. Next group. Hapo nyuma.
Improper fixing of the people stand.
Can that one come under here? Or here? Failure to center the bubble, tripod stand. Next group.
Wrong reading.
Yes?
Wrong reading.
Wrong readings. Kuna group haijanipea answer. So you've given me five answers, which are all correct. But errors are categorized into three. Sawa. One is personal, another one is natural, another one is instrumental. So errors can be categorized into those three classifications. So ukiangalia for example, wrong readings. Whose fault is that? Personal, right? So hapa kuna examples. Sawa. Hapa kuna wrong readings. Ukiangalia kitu kama failure to center the bubble or tripod scan. Hiyo ni fault ya nani? Personal, si ndio?
Yes.
So failure of centering the bubble. Aya, ukiangalia faulty damping level, hiyo ina lie under which category? Instrumental, that's good. Aya, ukiangalia wrong setup. Wrong setup, personal. So your measurement error, personal. So what could fall under this category? Natural errors. What do you think would fall under that category? What about the surface? If it is sloping, that doesn't affect us at all. Because as long as we have centered our bubble, tutakuwa tu sawa. Yes? Climatic changes, maybe? What about the weather?
Let's say you are taking the measurement during morning hours.
Good point. Another natural error. So hapa amesema temperature differentials. Another point that could fall under natural errors. Assume we are out on a leveling procedure and then an earth tremor happens. Sijuzi tulikuwa na earth tremor, lakini kuna watu hawakuisikia. Assume that happens. What happens? See, the earth has moved. That will result to us having a wrong reading. What else could fall under a natural error? A very basic one. Very basic. Think about the weather. Jua. Just think about rain. Think about it. What could happen?
If you are taking the measurements and immediately it begins to rain,
It begins to rain. Sindio? What would happen?
you will not be able to get the actual readings. Because let's say
Basi mvua ikikuja tutafunga veranda tuende nyumbani.
it will
Si tutafunga veranda tuende nyumbani. What about something like wind? Is wind a differential?
Yes.
Hii mtaniambia tukienda kufanya practical. Sawa? If you stretch out the leveling stuff mpaka maybe 4 meters, it will be a very tall thing. Hii room hapa it's around 2 meters or 2 point something meters. The leveling stuff ni very long. So mtu mfupi mwenye hana nguvu akishika upepo mingi ikikuja inatingika tingika. Sawa sawa?
Yes.
So surveyor hatajua that this staff man ametingiza leveling stuff, si ndio? So yeye atasoma tu reading, but then itakuwa a wrong reading. Sawa sawa?
Yeah.
Are we all together?
Yeah.
So I want us to review our session and tawapea assignments. Sawa?
Okay.
So I will just shoot questions. Please be prepared to answer my questions. Sawa? Na ule anajibu swali yako atapata reward. Sawa sawa?
yes.
So we have studied different things. Give me one type of level. Sauti, nikiwa huku nyuma nikusikie. One type of level. The most common one. Dumping level. Another one, Lillian? Tilting level. Judy? Give me one. Yes? Digital. Another one? Yes? Wide level. That's good. Na wale mnajibu maswali zangu. See me after class. There's a reward. Sawa sawa?
Yes.
Give me types of errors or the errors that can occur during a leveling procedure. Personal errors, Amos. Natural errors. Oliver. Instrumental errors. Categorize for me some instrumental errors. Faulty damping level. Yes. Yes, for instruments. You want to give me another answer? Give me another answer. Sikuski, I can't hear you. Give me whatever you want to give me. Wrong measurements. By whom? By whom? Who reads the wrong measurements? Why are you reading the wrong reading? Pass. So, there are 3 stadia here to give you through the objective lens. 1, upper stadia here. Who hasn't talked to me? Lower stadia here. Medium stadia here. That is very good. So I can see, have we met all our expectations, all our learning objectives?
Yes.
Get aside, what's the first thing we do when we are conducting a leveling procedure? What's the first thing we do? Simple skin. What's the first thing that we do? Set the tripod stand. Next, you haven't talked to me today a lot. Say something. Yes?
Ensuring that the number is 70%.
Yes. Amos? Yes? No, we set the damping level in the tripod stand. Before we eliminate the parallax, we center the bubble, we eliminate the parallax. Then we start taking readings. Sawa. You have somebody has a question?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Leveling, setting the instrument. Is it necessary to wipe the lenses of the?
If you see it is dirty, you can wipe it. Sawa. And what can you use to wipe it? But in very rare cases you find it dirty. Sawa. Because the previous user alimalizia tu vizuri na akaweka kwa ile packaging yake. So it is rare to find that it has dust or water or such kind of things. So my assignment for you, which I expect it to be ready for next week in our class on Thursday, is research and write notes on the reasons we conduct Is my assignment clear? Kuna mtu haelewi atafanya nini? It is okay. Sasa si we meet next week.
Oh, it's fine.
I will, yes? Somebody said something.
Just
Yes?
I said it's fine.
So we can end the lesson there. I need my handouts back. We'll meet again next week. And in the course of the week or the day, I will share my notes with the classroom. Sawa. To me over our session and everything that you've studied. Sawa.
Yes.
All right.